Hello there, YouTubers. Hello there, and welcome back. Today is Sunday. Nice, lovely, cool, breezy day. Beautiful. And someone's coming round to cut my hedges and that out the front for the first time in God knows how many years. Anyway, while I was getting ready to upload the next video, which is not this one, this is a new video just starting. Having had a scare from what John has had on his PC, he's reported to have virusy sort of problems. I decided that I would go up there and do maintenance on my PC to keep me safe. So I thought I would tell you about that, just to help you guys, so I can tell you how I protect myself. I was going to go and find the case for my virus protection, but I can't find it. But I use something called BullGuard, and I've never ever had a problem with it, ever. You have to renew purchase of it every year. You get the latest version of the software, and you pay full price for the first version. Then after that, each year it's just £15. And it keeps you clean for a whole year. Also, to help extra protection for a PC, if you go onto a website called filehippo.com, on there you'll find two programs which I find very useful. I've been using them for years. One is called Search and Destroy, Spy Bot Search and Destroy. You have to manually update the software for it yourself, and obviously you have to run the software every now and again, but it scans for rootkits and keyloggers and just about everything, things that your virus protection doesn't cover you for. This actually goes in and looks at it in a different way. A very powerful tool, and it keeps your PC clean. It comes up with a list. You click on fix, and it fixes it. Brilliant. The other one that I use is Spyware Blaster. Again, it's a separate program from the same website, filehippo.com, and it's always running in the background. All you have to do is go onto the page where it says update the software to the latest packages of different programs to help you keep your PC safe, and it just sits there in the background. You have to enable the updates, that's the key thing here, and it sits there, and anything it comes up that it's been told to protect your PC will not allow them on your computer in the first place. Very powerful tools. I've been using them for donkey's years, and I highly recommend that you guys put them on your PCs. They're free, apart from the BullGuard, but just be careful what you're clicking on, because this website likes to try and install things on for advertising and whatever. You can get past that. You don't have to have the advertising. If you look at what you're clicking on and read what it says and keep an eye on things, you'll be safe. I've just done it. I have just installed the latest version of Spybot Search and Destroy, and running the scan on that now as we speak, and then after that I'll be updating to the latest program of the Spyware Blaster, the latest version software, which I'm running an older version at the moment, and then I'll be protected. Right, what I've decided to do today is the capacitors that we've replaced. I want to find them on the schematic, and I want to highlight them in so that we can see where they go and what they're connected to. So that's why we're looking at schematic. It's about time we got this. That's the layout of underneath the chassis, or where the parts are. This is the Let's turn it around the right way. This is the top of the chassis, and what's connected to what, and this is the schematic to that radio. Okie dokie, so that's what I'm going to be doing next. By the way, it is upside down. That's the right way around. So that I can see where things go and how they're connected, and then I'll show you when I'm done. Right, okay, here is the schematic with the capacitors marked in. And also I have found another Hunt's capacitor, which is C68, which is this one right down here. You can just see it there. That's to do with this section here, V6, which is all to do with the audio stage. C66, hang on a minute, we replaced that, I'm sure we have. Let's have another look. I'm forgetting to put in our big tin can that we spent so much time on. C66 and here we are, C67. So that's those two there replaced. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 caps replaced down that end. So I'm just going to have a good look at this schematic now that I know where these parts have been replaced. Most of it seems to be in the audio section, or down the audio end. So let's go and find out what these valves are. V6 and V4. Let's go and write them in. Right, we have now marked on our schematic. I've got our colour chart here. Valves, replace, voltage read. So we take our voltage measurements, we'll be highlighting that in green. Parts replaced, which we said earlier, 50 UF 50 volt, 50 UF 350 volt big tin can, 50 UF 350 volt big tin can, smaller capacitor, and the paper cap 350 volt 0.1 UF, 10 UF 50 volt electrolytic. Hang on a minute, here we are, and then there's the other paper cap C69, which is also an 0.1 UF 350 volt going across R49. There we are. I'm going to go on to the parts list, and I'm going to put on the schematic more values so we know what they are and where they are. One thing I have found, not the same as with the GEC schematic, there is actually, I can't see any voltage charts, what voltages should be on various parts. There's just nothing like that at all, unfortunately. So I suppose what you'd have to do is to look up these specs of the valves and see what they should be seeing, and then do it that way maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how we get on. So basically I'm trying to put as much information on this chart as I possibly can, this schematic. So that I know what's what and where and all the rest of it. Right, the other thing I wanted to have a look at is what this capacitor is, C52, which is this one here, the one with the screw missing, which we found the new screw for. It's this one here, and it is linked to the LD, 6LD12 valve, and it's in the FM section, and it's connected to one side of R21 through this IF can, L22, L24 and L23. It's all connected in that area there. This capacitor here is also to do with it, so I'm glad we replaced that. That will obviously have an effect if that can was leaking, which I'm pretty much sure it would be. Just curious to see what R21 is and R22 is. Hello there. Right, what I've been doing is been going onto the parts list, and I've been writing in all of the resistor values on a schematic and highlighting them, so at a glance I can look to see what the values are, and then I'll use a different colour marker on half of them if I need to add an extra colour, like I've checked it or something. This is just to make it easier to make the black or the dark colours stand out from the rest so that you can see them. So we've got for the colours that caps that we've replaced, we've marked in pink. Resistor values that should be there, we've marked in this colour. Valves are in blue, and I'm going to update this up here for the new colour, just to help you see what's going on, really. Right, hello there. Thought I'd come back and do a little bit. I'm not going to be doing too much, but what I'm going to show you here is two new toys. I'm not going to get into difficulty again with soldering these chassis. Got this 100-watt soldering gun, Draper. Really good. I'm very pleased with it. It came in this handy little case, some flux, some solder, and two different bits to go in, which is this here. I thought, fantastic. So if I ever get a solder job I can't solder because I haven't got enough heat, this should be enough to do the job, shouldn't it? And the other second little gadget I got is in here. I went to a local electrical suppliers to buy some things. Can't get the thing out. And I got myself an AC/DC clamp meter for amps. It has a sensor in it if there's, to test if there's any power on. You can test AC, DC and Hertz. Very pleased with it. It's going to come in handy. You know, a lot of you have already seen these things. You know, you can find out how many amps is travelling through individual wires if you can get them in there. Now the other thing I want to do is I'm going to clear. I've been already working on it, clearing this bench off, because I want to set up my isolation on here, so that we can get ready to power up our radio. I want to see isolation sorted out, so that's what I've thought. I'll come to the bench and just have a look around and see what's what. Okay, that's why I'm here, and I thought I'd show you my little toys. Going to enjoy playing with these. Right, I'll put my connectors on the end. This is my output, 240 volts, and these two together are for the input for 250 volts. If I use this one instead of the, I'll have to check, I can't remember which one. If I use this wire instead of one of these two, that's for if I had a 240 input. Let's have a look. Right, the blue is for the 240, the brown is the centre tap, and then the grey, that's for the 250 volt input. So the grey and the brown. So if I took away the grey and replaced it with the blue, that would be for 240 volts input, because I've got 250 volts here. So what we do then is we screw these down to the bench so they can't move. But I need a switch, and do you know what? I have bought 2 switches and the boxes. This is the box. I can't find them. I've looked all over. I can't find them. Honest. I honestly can't find them anywhere. I know I brought them straight in and put them on the bench, and not here. Well, that's what I think I've done. Thought I'd done. But I can't find them anywhere. And this is annoying because I haven't got a lot of time. I'm going to bed shortly. Well, it's now 6 o'clock. I go to bed for 7 when I'm on early turn. I have to go to bed that early because I have to be up early. Honest, I can't find it anywhere. So basically this is the video come to an end right here for the minute until I can find what I'm looking for. It'll probably be tomorrow now. But that's the idea anyway, is to wire this up. This switch is going in here when I find it. It's it hasn't gone off yet. 2 seconds. I've dabbed a bit of liquid tape on the end of that wire. Just temporary until I decide what I'm going to do with it. It's got a switch and a light on it so that I can see if it's on or off. This is going to be the main switch for the whole lot, and it's a double pole, so it will turn the positive and the negative off, so there will be no chance of anything getting through to my bench. Yes, I'm right in what I said. Double pole switch. I just can't believe that. I can't find it anywhere. I'll have a look around and see what we can find, but I just don't know where I put them. Okie dokie. I'll catch you later when I find them. By the way, today is Wednesday, the 28th. Catch you in a bit. Found it. Pain in the arse. Right, that's it there. Double pole. And that's the box. So what we'll do is we'll screw that to the bench. And this is all temporary, because it's all going to get moved, but this is just to see how things fit together and work. I want to see things actually working, but we're out of time. It's got the little neon lights in it. Beautiful. Earth wires if we need them. Right, so as I say, we're out of time. I haven't got a lot of time left now. I just spent 20 minutes, half an hour looking for this. 20 minutes at least, if not, I don't know how long. This is the replacement for the storage radiator, because I've got storage radiators here, and I've got a fridge very, very close in that general area, and believe it or not, it's just the right distance apart for the door to drop onto the box and smash this housing. The reason for this is the door hinges are broken, so it just relies on the magnets to hold it. It's still a working fridge, and I'm still using it, and I'll still carry on using it. This is smashed, so to prevent it from happening again, I've got a metal one. This is 20 amps. This isn't for the bench, by the way, but I was asked, do you want a metal one for your bench? And I said, no, not really. I said, one of these would do, champion. So we're out of time again. I didn't have very long to start with, but there you go. So what we're going to do, I'm going to wire up this and that to that, and create a line through for the variac, and that should be it for the moment, with our various amp meters and whatever, and then we'll be able to power the chassis up. See you later.